Sri Bhagavan Maya Vesya Manoyemam Nityayukta Upasade Shraddhaya Parayo Veda Deme Yukta Tamamata. Bhagavan says, those who fix, those who are established in the consciousness which expresses the gratitude, bhakti, are always engaged in me. And the transcendental faith means the experience which they undergo at the time of cosmic experience, both are ultimate. Of course, there are so many people who translate this text. Now I have to tell an important thing. Sanskrit is such a beautiful language. You can make any meaning out of any word. That is why so many thousands of commentaries on Gita is possible. But still Gita is new. No other book is commented by so many masters like Gita. But still Gita is new. Each one tries to give their own meaning. Again and again I insist. A person who has not experienced, if he starts speaking, naturally he will be in trouble, and he will be creating trouble to others. How blind leading blind leads both of them to trouble. Same way, a person without experience, when he translates or starts, he automatically does something called text torturing. Understand this small example. Here I am putting some diagram and explaining to you. After few days, you are presenting only audio CD to one of your friend who has not attended the lecture. How much he can grasp? He cannot. Because so many things are there in the diagram. I am explaining through a picture. If you are here seeing and listening, you will be able to, even then it is very difficult to grasp the truth, to understand it as it is. And if you are just giving an audio CD to some friend who has not come, who has not attended the program, how much you will be able to understand? Same way, and if he tries to understand and he wants to give a lecture on this subject to somebody else, how much it will be original? Same way, person who has not seen, just got the audio recording, only the book. Bhagavad Gita is just audio recording. Transcription of audio recording. It is not even audio recording. If you just hear audio recording, at least you can understand few more things by the voice modulation. Here even voice modulation is not there. It's a transcription of audio recording. How much can you translate or interpret? That's the reason Vivekananda again and again emphasizes, don't read or listen anything which is expressed by a person who has not personally experienced. First thing he says, first thing, don't bother what he is speaking, bother first about who is speaking. He emphasizes on the personal experience. Here Bhagavan says, Maya Veshya Mano Emam Nityayukta Upasade Shraddhaya Parayo Veda Deme Yukta Tamamata. Those who express their experience as devotion See the word upasate, upasana. The word upasana can be translated in many ways. When you see the divine in everybody, whatever you do is upasana. When you see the divine in everybody, whatever you do is upasana. Please be very clear. When you don't see the divine in everybody, you can't see divine in any statue or in any master. First be very clear. If you don't see divine in living beings, you can't see divine in a God or in a guru. Somebody goes to Ramanuja. Ramanuja is a great master. But for Ramanuja, South India would have lost the whole spirituality. Shankara went and settled in North. Even though he is born and brought up in South, he spent most of his time in North. It is because of Ramanuja, the devotion and the spirituality thrived in South India. Till the end, Ramanuja stayed in South India. Not only that, Shankara lived only 32 years. But Ramanuja lived for a long time. He lived in the planet Earth for a long time. And he inspired thousands of people. Ramanuja inspired thousands of people in the path of spirituality and meditation. One young man goes to Ramanuja and asks, Bhagavan, please tell me how to achieve bhakti, how to achieve God, how to achieve the devotion. Ramanuja says, have you loved anybody in your life? This man was shaken. He said, I am a pure brahmachari. How can you ask me this question? I came to you to learn about God, but you are asking this question. Ramanuja says, first go and love somebody. See how you feel when you love somebody. Then come back, I will teach you about God. I will teach you about bhakti. Understand? The man was, of course, naturally taken aback. He is not able to understand what Ramanuja says. Unless you love the person whom you are seeing, how you will be able to love the person whom you have never seen? If you can't love human beings whom you are seeing every day, how can you love the form of God or God whom you have never seen? What he says is true. What he says is true. We also should understand, unless you start radiating love in the space where you are staying, you can't love the whole world. Again and again I tell people, loving the whole world is very easy, but loving your wife is very difficult. Loving the whole world is easy because you don't have to do anything. Just say, I love whole world, I love whole world. But when you love your wife, you have to change your attitude. You have to change your mind. You have to change your words. You have to do something. You have to do something. Being established in the consciousness or expressing it towards the universe, both are one and the same. And only one more thing, when a person is merged, when a person is established, automatically he will radiate. Automatically he will radiate. Please be very clear. If the love is not happening, if the expression is not happening, be very clear, the person has not experienced. When a real experience happens, it automatically expresses. Experience is not something you can possess and keep it in your cupboard. No. Experience will possess you and it will sing through you. Somebody asked a Zen master, will enlightened man speak Master says, no. Enlightened man will never speak. Only a person who don't know will speak. Then he asks, then enlightened master will keep quiet. Master says, no. An enlightened man can never keep quiet. If he keeps quiet, be very clear, he don't know. He is not enlightened. Disciple was puzzled. He was taken aback. You say neither he will speak, nor he will keep quiet. What he will do? Master replies, he will sing. His very being will sing. He will neither speak nor keep quiet. His very being will sing. Because you can't possess experience. Experience will possess you. When experience possesses you, whatever you do will be a song. Any word which comes out of you will be a song. Your very walking will be a dance. Your very body language will radiate a grace. All your expressions will be a service. Great service to the humanity. He says beautifully, enlightened man never keeps quiet or he never talks. He just sings. That is why Gita is given in the form of song. Gita is not prose, it is song. The great truths can never be expressed in logic. It can be expressed only through poems. He says, Krishna says, who is established in the consciousness is great. But the person who expresses, who shares, who automatically radiates will be much greater than who is established. But the truth is, if a man is established, he will radiate. He will radiate. Let me tell you a small story from a great devotee, Bhakta, who lived in Varanasi. He is a great Bhakta of Krishna. He had a small Bhagavad Gita book. Every day morning, he will take bath in Ganga, recite the Krishna's message, Bhagavad Gita, with all his devotion. Whole day he will be sitting and meditating on Krishna. He is continuously in the ecstasy of Krishna. He is just radiating Krishna Bhakti. Of course, you can see this type of souls only in India. People who can just sit and be in ecstasy. Society will never disturb them. Society takes care of them. In any other country, you will be called as homeless, put in the shelter, disrespected. That culture is so beautiful. And even if you sit, if you are in ecstasy, you are respected. You are worshipped. And this person, he is in ecstasy, always singing Krishna's name in the Krishna Dhyana, the Leela Dhyana, in the Krishna Smarana. He is lost. One day, a beggar comes to him and asks, "Oh Swami, please give me something. For last 3 days I have not taken food." Now big difficulty. Because he himself is a beggar. And he has got only one property with him, that Krishna, the Gita book, that's all. Nothing else is his property. He has nothing. And he is always in ecstasy. If somebody gives, he eats. Otherwise he is singing the Krishna's name. His only property is that book, that Gita book. And this guy comes and asks, "I have not taken food for last 3 days, please give me something." He feels very bad and he looks this side and that side, nothing is there. Only one thing is there, that is Bhagavad Gita, which is preserved or worshipped for last so many years. That's the only property that is almost like a god for him. That's everything for him. Nothing else is his property. Suddenly, he gathers courage and takes that book. Tells that beggar, you see, I have nothing. To tell you honestly, I have only this book. But I can tell you one thing. If you go inside the city and tell this book is my property and auction it, surely people will buy. There are so many people who respect me. Some way they feel devoted to me. So Krishna's blessing is there. Just go to the market and auction this book. Say that this book is my book. Surely people will buy, giving money, and take that money and eat and fulfill yourself. Be happy. And gives that book. Beggar just takes the book and goes away. Next day morning, when he is supposed to chant the Gita, he says, "O Krishna, I have given away your words to keep your words. I have given away your words to keep your words." What's your word? Your word is radiate bhakti, radiate devotion, radiate service. I just gave away your word to keep your word. Keeping his word is much more important than keeping his book. Actually, if you really keep the book, if you honestly keep the book and use it and have the experience, you will radiate his words. You will radiate his words. Only when we miss keeping the book, we will miss keeping his words also.